Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Monday, the 9th of March, and we've lost a whole week. Why have we lost a week? Because I unceremoniously disappeared without warning, with good reason, but without warning. But there we go. That is the way that we're at. Welcome, everybody, back to another PSR stream and another evening of lobby racing. 2 hours. From roughly 9 to about 11 o'clock, I'm hoping. We've got 5 races lined up this evening, and I apologise if my speech is a bit off or my mouth gets a little bit slivery, but I've got still got some tooth issues at the moment that are ongoing, but I feel a million times better than I did. I just need to run up the registered races because I could see immediately we've got a new bod in there that I think. So let me just go into tasters. I am way behind with a lot of stuff with regards to that side of things. So I may well ask somebody if they are new or not. And I could well get caught out. We shall see. And had a great evening of racing last night with Ollie, which was fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It was really good. And I did a lot more racing than I should have done. So I'm going to do a little bit less racing tonight. Going to do a little bit of commentary, and then hopefully be doing just a little bit of other stuff. We shall see. Looks like we're just... Oh no, old man is in. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go this evening. Right, so let me just save that one away. I'm going to need to do a little bit of admin in just a moment. Let me just go spectate on this one, and I'll put you across on the big screen so you don't have to sit watching me. We're in the Mazda touring car around Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta initially. I'm probably going to sit out and commentate this one because I fancy doing the Aston Martin Vantage GR4. That's at the Dragon Trail Seaside, race number 2. Number 3 is in the Chevrolet Corvette, the Chevrolet Corvette C7 around Daytona, which again I'll probably sit out on that one. And then the last 2 I might do, which is going to be the GR3 around San Croix B, and we're going to be doing 2 laps around the Nordschleife. I'm having a banging time around the Nordschleife with one of the races this week that I want to do a video on. But yeah, good to be back after being away for a while. In the chat we've got Gamer Dan. Good evening. Massive week for Gamer Dan a couple of weeks ago, and then unfortunately I disappeared. Can I just say a massive thank you to everybody that contributed to our fundraiser for Gamer Dan. It's made a huge difference, I understand. Not least the car issue. There was a fuel leak right next to a spark on the car. How his car has not caught fire, I don't know, but the money that you guys donated has enabled him to put that car into the mechanic to get it diagnosed, to get it fixed. So a humongous great thank you from me to everybody that contributed in lots of different ways, by racing, by watching, by putting a few quid into the pot. Just thank you all so very much. William, good evening. And we've got Jones is in as well. Good evening. Danak is in as well. And I can see that Nick Humphrey's just joined as well. Tyres, I think we're on racing tyres for all of the races this evening, my friend. I think we're on all of them. Gr.x is in too. We are going to be getting this one underway at I hope I've got a qualifier set up. I set this up very quickly earlier on, but I'm hoping to get this one underway at 10 past, so about 6 minutes time. And I haven't put the qualifier on. Nope, don't want to do that. Let me just make a quick change in here. We'll just make that quick one. Yeah, I'm just changing that Gr.x up. It was all set up very early. I had my car in for a service and an MOT today, and by the time I got back, I got caught out a little bit. Occasionally when I'm talking, I'm crunching my teeth at the moment. So again, I apologise if I'm talking and suddenly go quiet, because if I do catch my tooth, It hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot. But there we go. Right. So, yeah, we'll see how things go this evening. And we'll be getting underway very, very, very soon. Very soon. Track Fury, I was planning on joining, but room not found. Oh, is that going to be the block thing again? I wonder, because we've got plenty of people in. We've got Gamer Dan's in, Grenster's in, Danny C, Wheels is in, Mab Mikey, Jonesy. Obviously, I'm just going to spectate on this one. Let me just put you back on to spectate. Oh, who else have we got? I can't do that while I'm going through there. Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mab Mikey's in, Ninja's in, Jonesy, Dong's in, and Kuznetsov, we call him Dong. Stiggy's in. Had a cracking race with Stiggy yesterday around Red Bull Ring in the wet. So yeah, we'll have to see how we go tonight. So yeah, just a few minutes to go, just while people are joining us, and we could just enjoy the car. So I'm probably, even though I love Michelin, I'm just going to sit out this one for the moment, purely because I'm all over the place at the minute. I'm not quite sort of ready and settled, and then may well get out in the Aston Martin in the next one. And can't remember the last time I commentated on a Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta race. They intend to be pretty close, so it'll be interesting to see. Hello Ninja, he says, unexpected appearance from me. Yeah, not seen you around in a while. Zach Lee's in. Hello Zach. Zach is doing a college thing at the moment for he's going to be can't get my words out. He's doing a fundraiser for cancer research, I think it is. I will be putting some details out on that very, very soon. I need to just get to grips with when it is he's doing the live stream and stuff like that. But I will be putting some details out there. But Zach, if you're listening, haven't forgotten you, mate. Just been a manic day today. Trigger, I wanted to join tonight, but gone deaf in one ear. Oh my word! Do not do a Dan and me. I'm deaf in one ear. It's dead, completely dead. Has been for a lot of years. And poor Dan's got hearing problems as well. So hopefully yours will not be too serious, and you'll be able to get over yours. Do you know what? Do you know what's happened to your ear? Is it just a pardon? Yeah, I know that very, very well. I know that very, very, very well indeed. I have 40 years of not admitting to being deaf in one ear, and only when I started to admit to it, I got over the embarrassment. That did the embarrassment actually get better? Hopefully yours will be quickly and easily rectified. So right, where are we? Let's have a quick look and see who we've got in. We've got 11 people, well 10 plus me, and I'm obviously going to be taking one of the places, but we've got Gamer Dan, Grenster, Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mab Mikey, Zach Vroom, Ninja, Dong, Jonesy, Stiggy, Outlaw number 1 Pops is just joining as well. That's going to take us up to 11 runners on the on track. And obviously, as I said, I'm going to be spectating this first one. We'll see how quickly I can talk and how long I can talk for. I do expect at some point in this stream that my jaw will start to hurt and I will end up giving up talking. I hear you cheer. I hear you cheer. Oh, Trigger's been using earplugs lately. Think it's just wax roadblock. Oh, yeah. Not good. Not good. Get to the doctors and get that one cleared up. And get that one sorted out. So I'm loving this. The Gamer Dan says, join the club, Trigger. It's challenging to race. I have to do it all the time. How many others of you out there are hard of hearing in one ear? We just have to get used to it. It's just when a car's coming up behind you, you can't tell which side they're coming at. That's the issue. That's the issue I've got. Right, very, very, very quickly. We've got Gamer Dan, Grenster, Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mab Mikey, Zach Vroom, Ninja, Dong, Jonesy, number 1, Stiggy. Let's get this one underway and we'll get going. Everybody's going, what do you say? What? Hey, who are? Pardon me? Can you repeat that, please? Oh, I used to have it really embarrassing because people would be sitting next to me and I would just, they'd be talking to me and I'd just ignore them. Or they'd be standing next to me in a field and talking to me like at the archery club. And I just wouldn't hear what they were saying. Really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. But there we go. So, yeah, I know what that can be like. Right. So, we're going to have a short quali where everybody sorts themselves out. And then we'll see how we go. Warrior Bismarck, me deaf in my left ear and have been for 4 years. So Warrior Bismarck is deaf in his left ear. I'm deaf in my right ear. Put us both together and we're a right pair, mate. We're a right pair. Me and Warrior. One of us perfect, one of us not. Together, we're both half hearing. You what, eh? Who are? Oh dear. Yeah, it took me a lot of years before I admitted to it. My advice to any of you, if you ever go deaf, admit to it. Admit to it. It makes it so much easier. I was really embarrassed for years and years and years. I was just embarrassed by it. And like I said, it's the biggest thing was when I was at a business function and we were sitting at this table, big long round table, and everybody was talking, and I was talking to the person next to me, and I had a very long standing friend sitting next to me, somebody I've worked with in business for many years. And at the end of it, she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, have I upset you or something? And I goes, no, what? She says, I've been talking to you all the way through the dinner and you didn't once acknowledge me. And I was so embarrassed. And at that point I admitted that I was deaf, and she was like, what? I never knew. And yeah, it's own up to it. It's not the stigma, it's not the embarrassment you think it is, but it certainly makes life an awful lot easier. Warrior, I'm not patient today. I have a flare up and it's of gout. Oh crikey, yeah, that's going to be painful. Oh, I hope you get that sorted out, mate. Oh, Trigger! Dare I read that out? Is Trigger's missus listening? Trigger says, I wish I went deaf when I was married. Oh my gosh, mate. Oh, you can think it, you shouldn't say it. You shouldn't. Oh my gosh, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in so much trouble, my friend. If your missus is watching the chat now, oh my gosh, yeah, you're going to be deaf tomorrow. She's going to give you a lot of this. Oh my word. Right, where are we? Let's have a little look in the replay options and just see where we are, because we've only got a couple of minutes. Rachel, good evening. Thank you for popping in. Thank you. Oh, she'll be busy shopping for shoes. Yeah, on your credit card now, mate. On your credit card. Oh, dear. Warrior says, the only good thing about being deaf in one ear is you can always sleep on the good ear and you get off to sleep so much quicker. Been doing that all my life, my friend. Yes, it is good. Especially when the wife is giving you a bit of this. No, I didn't say that. She'll be up in a minute because she's probably listening. Oh, but no, I know when I go on business in cities and you've got a lot of the noise with the, you know, the sirens and the hustle and the bustle in the city, it's so nice just to roll over onto your good ear, bury it in a pillow and shut the world out. It's really nice. Really nice. Ray, good evening. Thank you for popping in saying hello. Oh, Ray says, chat, don't forget to give the stream a like. While you're at it, make sure you hit the bell icon too. A share and a sub would make you a legend. It's free and it helps the stream more than you maybe realise. It definitely does. And thank you very much for mentioning that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, where are we? We're running out of time here. Very quickly. Grenster's on a 1:28.1 and the fastest lap at the moment. He's in the P1R livery. Matt Mikey's just gone second with a 1:28.165. then he's in the blue and white car, just coming around there with Zach Vroom. He goes fastest with a 1:28.036, so just snatches away pole for the moment. Danny C is in the black and silver car. Wheels Racing is in the renowned livery. Very, very classic one that way. That one. Gamer Dan is in his purple and silver topless racing one. Zach Vroom. Oh, we got a pink one with funny eyebrows. That's so wrong. Black and pink car, and it's got funny eyes. But there we go. Number one Pops. Back to some sensibility. He's in the police car. He's going to be chasing down and handing out some tickets tonight. Dong is in a sort of fashy pink coloured and white one with a cartoony thing on it. I don't know what Stiggy's in, but that one really needs to be, yeah, least said about that one, the better, I'm afraid. Ninja is in like an orangey coloured car. Jonesy is in the Destroyer car. He's in the green and the red, white and blue coloured car there. Not quite sure what's on the bonnet of that one, but we'll move on very, very quickly. We'll move on very, very quickly. Oh dear, there's some, yeah, some liveries that we will dance around on, I think, a little bit of this one. Mad Mikey, a 1:28.036 and the fastest lap at the moment. Just putting a couple of wheels into the grass there as he comes over the top and down the hill. We'll see whether the places do change over the next few moments. We can see, I think it was Zach Vroom just going ahead of Gamer Dan there. Number one Pops also going ahead of Gamer Dan. So Dan just dropping down the order a little bit. But it's Mad Mikey by 0.92 seconds. No, 0.092 seconds. I've just done him an injustice there. Mad Mikey from Grandster, I believe that was. Wow, that was incredible. Right, so it's going to be Mad Mikey that's going to lead us away, 1:28.036, and Grandster with a 1:28.128 in second. Second row is going to be Wheels and Danny, followed by Zach and number one Pops on row number 3. Behind them, Gamer Dan and Dong. Then we've got Stiggy and Ninja are going to line up together with Jonesy on the last lap. And Jack Kobe's just joined us a little bit late. So Mad Mikey saying shock to get the first one. Jack Kobe, I think you are blocking us, my friend. Jack, if you wouldn't mind, can you just drop out for a moment and come back in? I'm going to need Jack to... I don't think he's listening to me on the stream at the moment. There we go. Jack, if you're listening, you can jump back in again now, my friend. Ray was just a flying visit before I walked the dog. Just wanted to drop a like and a couple of shares. Have an awesome stream, bud. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Right, let's get into the spectate mode. We'll put the replay options on. Hopefully Jack Kobe will join us again in a moment. And it is going to be Mad Mikey and Grandster that are going to lead us away. Mad Mikey will get the inside into the corner. So it's sunny here at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. We have 5 lights on and we are racing at Atlanta for the first one this evening. Grandster's got a great start, but Mad Mikey just as good. He is going to get the inside. I think Grandster was just slightly getting his nose ahead, but as we go into the corner, Mad Mikey's going to get the inside. Grandster just following around more. Mad Mikey just dicing with the curb there. He's just had to get out there ever so slightly. I think that's going to let Grandster through. It is. They just get a little bit of paint swap on the way through there. But Grandster's still going out front. Wheels Racing finding his way through into second place. Mad Mikey down to third for the moment. Mad Mikey's got Zach Vroom and Danny C all over the back of him, and number one Pops in the police car. He's observing from the rear there. The AMP car camera working overtime. Wheels Racing hits the front as we go down into the compound left-hander. Bit of a slide from Wheels there. That is going to compromise his exit here, but I think he's gathered it up okay. But Mad Mikey with the better exit with Wheels with the slide. Mad Mikey with the slipstream as well, but Mad Mikey's got Grenster, Danny C, Zach Vroom and a whole trail of cars behind. We've just got one off of the back, and Mad Mikey has got the slipstream. He's going up the right hand side, 0.027.1. It's going to be nothing as they go down into the chicane. Wheels Racing has got the inside though, so Mad Mikey's going to have to go around the outside or drop in. Oh, he doesn't actually. Mad Mikey goes deep. Oh, wow. How on earth did Mad Mikey hold that up? He went deep, he got it rotated and just stopped it midway through there. Everybody else had to just duck in behind. And now Mad Mikey is on the inside of Wheels. Oh, 3 wide Grenster, you're never going to be able to do that. I think Grenster just found the grass badly there. Grenster just sliding off. He's in the grass. I thought he was. It is going to be Wheels Racing, Mad Mikey and Danny C. Oh, Danny C going a little bit deep there, but he gathers it up nicely. Danny C coming down the hill. Wheels Racing's 0.25 ahead of Mad Mikey, who's 0.8 ahead of Danny C. Zach Vroom 0.7 behind, but Zach Vroom just catching Danny C as Danny C gets a big old wobble on the exit of the curb there. The back of the car got really loose and he had to gather that up, and that's let Zach Vroom through. So Zach finds himself in third now. Going into the double right-hander. Can Danny do anything about the exit here and get on the back of Zach Vroom as we go up the hill? We're just in front. Mad Mikey is having another go back at Wheels. He tucks in right behind him, picking up the slipstream. Wheels is hugging the left-hand side. Oh, he does drift over now. Mad Mikey goes for the inside as we go down the hill. Who is going to be the last of the late breakers? Wheels just manages to shut the door, but oh, it's gone deep, and Mad Mikey goes through and Wheels goes around. Oh no, that was such a shame. Mad Mikey going through. I think Wheels might have got caught out with a little bit of wash on the back of the car, some dirty air, and it just seemed to go around just at the last moment there. That's freed up Mad Mikey. He's 1.5 seconds ahead. And then we've got Danny C and Zach Vroom side by side as we come into the first corner. A nice little 4-wheel drift through there. Danny using all of the curb and Zach getting a slightly better a better line under the inside. They're overlapping each other as they go through this little corner, giving each other room. You see now giving Zach room. Zach now giving Danny room. Danny tucks in behind as we go down the hill. He's going to sweep across to the left-hander. They're going to go up the hill. And then who is going to get the run down? Oh, Danny C. I think that could be a penalty, or was he far enough through the corner? Not quite sure. We'll see in a moment. Number 1 Pops is going to be wishing it was. I think Danny got away with that. He looked like he was all off the track, but he seems to have got away with it. Number 1 Pops only 1 second behind now. He's closing. He's chasing down Danny C. A little bit further back, we've got Ninja with Gamer Dan right on his tail. And Dong just a little bit further back in 7th. Wheels Racing recovering in 8th. Grenster recovering in 9th. And we've got Stiggy 10th. Jonesy back in 11th. Jonesy having a bit of a mare of a race, but no such dramas for Mad Mikey. 2.6 out front at the moment. Lap 3 of 6. So we're coming up for halfway through this one. Mad Mikey comes under the bridge, down the hill. He's going to sweep to the right-hand side to cross the start-finish line. No dramas at all. Picking up the apex beautifully. He's going to brake at the beginning of the curb, get the gears changed down, getting it turned in. You want to be on the power to get up the hill as quick as you can without going wide onto the grass. Sweep across, pick up the braking point. Oh, that was right the way across the curb there. I'm not sure whether that would be a penalty or not, whether he got away with that, but it did look like it was all 4 wheels across the top of the curb there. Not many. There are some penalties. Zach Vroom's got a half-second penalty at the moment. He's sliding that little MX-5 along. Danny all off the road again there. But Danny seemed to be getting away with that, so no worries there. Number 1 Pops will be watching, thinking, God, Danny, keep pushing those limits because you're going to get a track limit in a minute and then I will be able to pounce on you. Number 1 Pops will be looking to pounce on Zach Vroom anyway. Oh, Number 1 Pops with a half-second penalty as well, so scratch that. He won't be doing that. He's going to be dropping back a little bit. Gamer Dan ahead of Dong at the moment. Dong and then Wheels just behind. Wheels in 7th now, recovering from that spin. Wheels out front for a while. He's got a lovely run. 3 of them here, all with a slipstream going into the final chicane. Dong goes for the defensive inside line. Dan going around the outside. He sweeps across the front of Dong. Oh, but he gets it big old sideways swapper. Dan will have lost traction through there. Can Dong make anything of that and capitalise on it? He does close, but I think Dan's managed to get that tidied up. Oh, Dong with a bit of a slide there in the dirty air. Dirty air off these Mazdas really seems to be playing its part in this one. Wheels Racing does punish Dong for that little mistake. So you've got 4 of them here. Dan, Wheels Racing, Dong and Ninja all together. Dan with the advantage is the word I'm looking for. If I do enough of these, I'll get there. He's got the advantage at the moment over Wheels Racing. Dong trying to close up as well. Evening, Jack Kobe. Thank you for jumping out. You can jump back in now, my friend. Evening, Ollie. Thank you for popping and dropping a like. No, Jack, get in, definitely. You were just stopping me from starting the race, that was all. Because you were in but weren't ticked in. Oh, Wheels having a go at Dan. Wheels has had a great comeback here. He's back to 6th. He's now in 5th. He's going really, really well. No, Jack. Oh, where are we? Oh, we're on lap 6, and I'm talking to Jack Kobe. Jack, what are you doing to me? Matt Mikey, 5 seconds out front at the moment. He's absolutely romping away with this one. Got this really, really set up nicely. Looked like he was going to have a ding-dong battle with Wheels for a while, but that seems to have subsided a little bit. Zach Froome is in a solid 2nd at the moment. 1.4 ahead of Danny C, so he's managed to make a little bit of a gap. And then we've got Danny Seal with a 1.5 second penalty. That is going to hurt massively because number 1 Pops is only 1.5 behind. Ninja's a bit further back, 4 seconds back. So I don't know what's happened further back. Ninja, we got Grenster is in the mix here as well. Dan just off the back. Dong in 8th. So looks like there could have been some issues a little bit further back because there's certainly been a change in fortunes for some of these races. Dong just giving Dan a bit of a bump draft there, and Stiggy coming through really quickly. Stiggy with a beautiful run down there. He's saying, don't touch my car. He doesn't want to be bumped. Oh, Stiggy with a lovely line through there. But it is going to be Mad Mikey that comes across the line first. Zach Froome 2nd. Number 1 Pops 3rd. Danny in 4th. Ninja 5th. They're all coming across the line so quickly. I can't keep up with them right now. Quite close at the end there. Jones is back in 10th at the moment. He's going to come across the line now. And then Wheels Racing. Oh, Wheels had a mare of a race. He was up front for the longest time. And then suddenly, pop, it all went wrong. Zach says, thanks for the race. Sorry, I can't do more tonight. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Thank you for jumping in. Right, we'll just do a quick save of the replay. And then we will get into the next one, which I'm hoping to race the next one. Let's just do a quick file save on that. Let me just turn. It's getting a bit warm in here already. Oh, I'll turn my fan on, I think. Got awfully warm in here last night with when I was racing. Hoping to do a little bit of racing in a moment. We're going to be off in the Aston Martin Vantage GR4 car around Dragon Trail Seaside in a moment. But before we do that, we'll just have a look at our results. So the result, Matt Mikey, 4.764 ahead of Zach Froome. He also got the fastest lap of 1:27.778. So a clean sweep for Matt Mikey for the first race of the night. Zach Froome in 2nd with a 1:27.9. Number 1 Pops up there in 3rd with a 1:28.643, and then Danny C in 4th, Ninja Racer 5th, Grenster down in 6th, Dan again somebody that would normally be right up front in 7th. Stiggy with a nice 8th. Dong in 9th. Jonesy 10th. And Wills Racing with a mare of a race in 11th. Jonesy up, Wills Racing up there initially fighting with Mad Mikey, and then it all went a little bit wrong. I think that was a bit of dirty air. But Mad Mikey, Zach Vroom, and number 1 Pops, your 1, 2, 3 for the first race of the evening. Now we're heading off to the dreaded chicane of death. Here we go. It is going to be the chicane of death. We are in the Aston Martin, and we'll see how we go. Gamer Dan says, it's been a while since I've raced. I know the feeling, my friend. It was over a week when I raced last night. Oh, did I enjoy it? I really enjoyed yesterday. Chicken Yoga, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you doing? Hope that you are well. Woo, where are we? Jack Kobe is now in. I need to change my car. What I will do is I'm going to put them on last used because I've set the cars up. And we'll give this one a go. Woohoo! Where are we? 9:30. Let's just do quali for this one. Let me just change it to quali. And then I might skip the quali. I don't know whether I'll do the quali on the next one or not. We'll see. We'll see. And also I need to let everybody know when we're going to get going. So we'll do the qualifier at 35, I think. So we can push forwards a little bit. We'll give that a whirl. Let me just get out on track and see how we go. I do like these single mate races. We had some great races with Ollie last night. I had a lovely race in the... I can't remember which car I was in yesterday around here. Just a little bit. Whoa, what have I just done? That's caused me a bit of a problem. How do I get that back? Okay. For the moment, I've lost my TV. Well, I haven't lost my TV. I've just managed to change it to a different view. Inputs. I want game input. That's the one I want. Give me the game input. Is that better? There we go. Right, let's not do that again. Right, let's go to track. Right, just under a minute to go. And I just crunched my tooth twice in that while I was commentating, so I might go a bit quiet in this one. Whoa. Did not want to turn in like the GR3 did yesterday. How are we doing? 25 past, go 25.2. We should be going in a minute. Let me just do a quick run through the chicane and then I'll get this one underway. Oh, well, I went through there, no problems in the GR3 yesterday, doing the GR4s, hopeless. So we got Jack Kobe, Gamer Dan, Grenster, Scott Cheggers has joined us, Danny C, Wheels Racing, Mad Mikey, me, Ninja, Dong, Jonesy, number one Pop Stiggy. We've got 13 runners. Let's get this one underway and we'll see how we go. Ooh, Jack Kobe says, I'll guide you around the lap. At the minute, you're in the gravel. I was in the gravel because I'd lost my TV, mate. I'd lost my television. It had died. Well, we hadn't died. I turned it off by accident. But here we go. Let's see. Let's see how we go. So weird. Last night, just concentrating so much on the screen. Tonight, looking at chat, OBS and everything else. Divided concentration, as it were. Gone too deep. He's going to do it. Yeah, you're going to need to do another run. The thing is, I've got the volume down and no headphones on today. Whereas last night I had the headphones on and the volume up. It's surprising what difference it makes. Jolly close. I don't know if I got through there, I do not know. That line was completely off. Oh, that's going around. Let's get out of everybody's way. We've been that big time. We're not going to get another run in. Hello, Chicken Yoga. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for popping in. So we've got Grenster's out front with a 147.7, Wheels with a 148.4. I've got a 148.6, and then Gamer down. Well, I've got a 148.626, and then we got Gamer down with a 667. Stiggy with an 800, and Jonesy with a 991. All in the 148s, the four of us, all within 3/10 of a second. Which is incredible. Four of us within 3/10 of a second. That's insane. Grenster's going quicker, quite a fair bit quicker. Going by the purple sectors there. Oh, yeah, that's in the wall. That's blown up. He's blown that one. Wheels is 0.697 behind at the moment. Can he go any quicker? I'm expecting a few of these guys to go quicker as the fuel burns off. Danny C jumps in. Wheels goes a 148.2. Danny C drops me down. He's got a 148.4. We've got the others coming across the lines at the moment. Anybody else able to improve? Ninja improves up to 8. He's behind his dad in 7th. Stiggy 6th. Gamer down 5th. I'm in 4th at the moment. We've still got a few more people to finish their laps yet, though. Or have we? I think we've got, what, 2 more? 2 more runners. Stiggy improves up to 7th. I think. Jonesy's on a run at the moment. Oh, right way across the curve there. Can he get any further? A 148.991. Can he improve at all? He's coming up to the line. He can. He goes 3rd with a 148.320. I find myself way down in 6th now. The pain of dropping it and having a problem has put me down in 6th, just ahead of Gamer Dan. But it is tight as you like. We've got Grenster's on 147.7, but then we've got Wheels on a 148.2, and then we've got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think, all within a second of each other. Look at that, a 148.2 for Wheels and a 149.1 for Ninja down in 10th. So we've got the 2nd to 10th covering 1 second, just under 1 second. That's incredible. That's incredible. Right, let's see how we go. Did a bit of racing last night, but that was the first in a little bit over a week. Jack would have done a 146, says Grenster. Well, we shall see. Jack, super quick, as always. He'll be coming through the pack, I would imagine. I'm just going to get out there and enjoy this. I don't care where I come. It's just, we'll see how it goes. And like I said, not done a lot of racing over the last week or so. And probably the last 2 or 3 weeks haven't done much racing. Just trying to get back into it now. We're going to get boxed in for this first corner. Oh, I got hit. I got knocked about a bit there. I don't know if I caught somebody on the inside. Got a bit crazy through those first 6 corners. It's still a bit crazy behind. Right, I'm just going to rejoin behind Mikey. It's a massive bunch of cars going into the first corner. And poor Mikey came off worst. I got caught in the middle of it. We've got cars all over the place. What is going on in this one? Right, let's keep it clean through here, Mitchell. Oh, we're on the grass, we're in the barrier. Dirty tyres now and aero issues. Right, where are you? Wheels is 3.5. Don't know if we'll be able to close up enough, but we'll give it a go. There's 3 guys in front working together. Oh, we've got another one off. Dom's 3 ahead now. Come on. Just see if we can get caught up with these guys. That'll be quite a run from the back if I can. 2.3, 2.4 there. I'm slipstreaming and I don't have a slipstream at the moment to benefit from. I'm in clean air on my own. Hello Hertz, how you doing? I'm in a bit of a battle at the moment, trying to recover from the back of the field. Got snarled up in a first corner incident with pushed Mikey off, so I had to drop back and let him through. Now just trying to catch these guys just up ahead. Oh, God, that was jolly close. We got Dom down to 1.5 seconds. Really pushing this as hard as I can at the minute. Don't get on the grass. No, we're on the grass. Really pushing this as hard as I can. I've just given a load of time back to Dom. Just when we were closing up, it's going to be back down to 3 with a silly little mistake. Right, let me go quiet and see what I can do. Ooh. Guys are sliding around all over the place at the minute. Track's gone cold, I think. Dropping time to the guys behind. Badly. Dropping time to the guys in front, I should say. And falling further behind. Annoying, they're all right there. I just can't catch them. All still just there. Oh, I've hit the wall. Oh no. Oh, right at the end. No. Oh, what a shame. Really pushing hard. Couldn't quite catch them. Oh dear, dear, dear. I can't remember what Mad Mikey's, what's his name is. Oh, don't think he's in the chat, Mikey. I was going to apologise. Oh, yeah, it was a bit of a dodgy one. That was tough corner into the first one. Let's just save that away for a second. Whew. Oh, that was hard. That was a hard one. Hard race. Hard race. Enjoyable, but hard. Dan C saying, great race, Jack. You really closed in fast. Just saw the Delta drop second after second. Right, your result. Danny C was your winner with a 147.9. Jack Kobe in second with a 147.3 and the fastest lap, just 0.012 behind. So nothing on the line. Grenster in third with a 148.5. Jonesy fourth, Gamer down fifth, Stiggy sixth, Scott Cheggers seventh, Dong in eighth, Wills in ninth, I got 10th, number one Pops 11th, Ninja in 12th, and Mikey in 13th. Top three, Danny, Jack, and Grenster. But I do need to just say sorry to let's just do an apology quickly. Danny C, I think I got hit by 4 people in that first corner. I got caught up in a minute. Mikey's just saying, I don't know who it was, just that I was on the outside, then I got whacked off. Yeah, I got hit, and then I got hit into you, and I took you off, and I thought I'd go around and then just waited so that we could race together. I don't know who was in the inside, if I'm honest. It was all a bit, yeah, like 3-4 into one didn't go, and I had cars in front, cars behind. I didn't know whether to keep going, slow down. I had one of those panic moments where I just didn't know what to do going into that corner. I'm going to look at the replay later on to see what more I could have done to try and learn from it. But I felt I couldn't go left because there was a car on the left. I couldn't go right because you were on the outside of me. I had a car in front. I felt I had a car behind as well. And it was just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And in the end, I tried to just follow through, and unfortunately it didn't quite pan out. And yeah, there was a little bit of a knock, and I found myself into the side of you. And the next thing, I looked in my mirror, and I looked into the track map, and I could see that you were in the gravel. But yeah, just, you know, we've all got to learn that you can't win the race in the first corner, but boy, you can certainly lose it. I think that is the key thing. You can certainly lose it into the first corner, as I did. I just went in too hot, too tight. There was no room. Got boxed in, and it all went a bit wrong. Ninja saying, don't worry, someone mucked up the chicane, then wrecked my race and continued. Right, let's see where we are. So we've got just under a minute to run. I'm going to sit out of this one, and I'm going to race. Hopefully, I'm going to race the last two. So we got Grenster is on track. We got Gamer Dan. He is in a primarily red-looking car. Wheels in a yellow. Jack Kobe's yellow. Scott Chegger's yellow. So a few yellow cars. Stiggy in the Stars and Stripes. Bumblebee Croix in a khaki green and lime green. Very striking livery, that one. Danny's in the yellow. Nuts is in the yellow. So Dong is in the yellow. Ninja's in the yellow. Lots of yellow cars. Mad Mikey in a proper NASCAR looking black and yellow. And number one Pops in a proper NASCAR. Whoa, look at that one. Proper looking NASCAR there. Looking really rather nice. Those guys. So we've got quite a few yellow cars. And let's get this one underway. I think I said 3 minutes past. So we have got Jack Kobe, Gamer Dan, Grenster, Scott Cheggers, Danny C, Wheels, Mad Mikey, Ninja, Dong, Bumblebee Croyer, number one Pops and Stiggy. These are your runners. Let's get the qualifying underway and we'll see what these guys can do. Going to be a good one. There's 6 laps around Daytona. Haven't done it at night this time. Normally we do Daytona at night. I've decided to do this one in the day. For no good reason. Just to mix it up a little bit. So many people get used to running this in the at night. Thought we would just do it a little bit different today. Obviously they've got the bank curves to cope with. They've got the infamous bus stop to deal with too. So will be interesting to see how this one goes. And Dan is in the Angry Birds car, I think. Is it Angry Birds? No, it's Dicky Birds. Dicky Birds. Trigger just watched it back and nothing untoward to report. Cool beans. Right, so we got the Wheels Racing, as I said, is in the yellow car, and Gamer Dan in the Dicky Birds car. That's the red and black looking car. Danny C in the yellow car. Ninja also chasing in a yellow. Grenster is in the P1R car. Dong in the yellow. Mad Mikey in the black and yellow car. Then we've got Bumblebee Croyer in that khaki and green coloured car. Very striking. That one's going to stick out quite nicely for us. Jack Kobe in another yellow car. And Scott Cheggers yellow also. Very popular colour, this one. Stiggy in the Stars and Stripes, and Outlaw number one Pops in that 51 proper NASCAR looking one. Rachel's just asking, did you watch F1 yesterday? And anyone in chat? Yes, I did. And yeah, interesting race. A very interesting race. Interesting to see Ferrari throw the strategy away again. Lewis Hamilton has got to learn, in my opinion, to make a decision, I think, in that team. And if he knows that they need to pit, he just needs to pit. He's got to make the call and say, I want to come in. He knew they should have pitted. Following team orders at the moment. But well done to Jack and Antonelli. Sorry, to George Russell and Kimi Antonelli for Mercedes. Felt sorry for Piastri. He had no luck around that track whatsoever. But I tell you what, who is having some luck? And that is Wheels and Gamer Dan. But can Wheels keep this going in a straight line? He's always up there towards the front of the grid. Podium places there to be grabbed. But unfortunately, just dropping it. And I've been watching. I seem to think that he gets caught up with the dirty air sometimes. That did seem to be what happened at Michelin earlier on. The dirty air and the car just went away from him. What do I think about the new cars? I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see a few more tracks before I give judgment. I am a little bit concerned about the battery running out of power down one of the long straights somewhere when somebody smacks the boost button. I mean, are they all going to be using the boost at the same time, or are we going to get an overlap at some point and a nasty accident? I don't know. It was great to see Leclerc and Russell swapping places in the early part of the race and to see some of the other overtakes. That's good to see. But yeah, I'm going to reserve judgment. We'll see. Early days. Early days. Plus, there's a lot of new technology that the teams have got to get used to and to get nailed down. So gremlins are going to be abound at the moment, and I think it will be better once they get those gremlins sorted out. Not least Aston Martin with that horrendous engine vibration that they've got. They need to get that sorted out for the next race. Pretty quick, smart. Right, where are we? Gamer Dan is on the front of the grid at the moment, a 147.499. They're going to get one more lap in to see if they can improve, and at the moment it's Gamer Dan just 0.016 ahead of Wills. Wills is 0.8 ahead of Danny, who is 0.15 ahead of Outlaw number 1 Pops, who's 0.2 ahead of Dong, who's 0.35 ahead of Stiggy. Really close. 0.1 between Stiggy and Grenster. Grenster normally flies around this track. Normally he owns Daytona, so surprised to see him down in 7th for the minute. He's only half a second ahead of Scott, who's 0.14 ahead of Bumblebee, who's 1.1 ahead of Ninja. So all very close really with the times. And once again, as we often see in the PSR races, really tight times. Very tight margins for a lot of these races. Something I absolutely love to see. Even in a quali, and you can see how hard these guys are pushing. Wills with a half second, Dan with a 1 second penalty there. So they're not going to improve on their final laps. So Dan with a 147.499 is the time to beat at the moment. Wills Racing is going to be starting at the moment 0.016 behind. I mean, that is so close on the line. So close on the line. Warrior, any rallycross races in the pipeline, Mitch? It depends what the randomizer throws out. There is a, there's a Barcelona rallycross one in there. We can do one. We can do one. Gamer Dan, and I was up 0.4. Grenster does go top. Grenster normally owns it around here. 147.471, so fractionally ahead of Gamer Dan by what, just 0.2 and a bit. Oh, it's going to be tight, this one. Really tight. Really tight. Right. Penalty gate. Which side to serve? I think you go to the right to serve your penalty. I think. Let's get this one underway. We've got Grenster and Gamer Dan on the front row. Row number 2 is Wills and Mad Mikey. Row number 3, Stiggy and Danny. 4 is number 1 Pops and Cheggers. 5 will see Dong and Bumblebee. And then we've got Ninja and Jack Kobe lining up at the back of the grid. Jack not setting a time. He's going to come through from the back. Let's get this one underway and we'll see how this one pans out. Should be an absolute humdinger of a race, this one. I'm expecting to see some really close racing. Some guys working together around the chicanes, and I don't imagine anybody's going to really run away with this one, but we'll see. So Grenster and Gamer Dan on the front row. Wills and Mad Mikey just behind. All important to get through that first corner. Let's hope we don't get a repeat of Dragon Trail Seaside. Everybody needs to get through this one cleanly. It's a single make race, so it's all about the guys. Gamer Dan got a mare of a start there. Grenster and Wills Racing are getting a nice little start, but they're going to be well bunched up into the first corner. Hopefully they're all going to get through. Right, 2, 3 wide. We got one going round. Wheels, I think, going around there, collecting somebody as well at the back there. So I think Wheels might have got caught up onto the wall there. But as we go into the tight right-hander, we're going to see who comes out of this first. It's all very, very, very tight at the moment. There are cars all over the place. We're still 2 wide, 3 wide in some of these corners. It's very tight through here. Trying to go 2 by 2 through here is not easy. Not easy at all. The guy is having to keep it tight on the inside and swing around on the outside. It will all settle down as we come through this last corner and onto the main long straight. This is where we will start to see how the cars are settling down. We'll have a look at them as we go through the bus stop and we'll see how the times are set. You can see they are now beginning just to stretch out. Jack Kobe already up into 3rd place. How on earth has he managed to do that so quickly? But it's Matt Mikey out front at the moment as we do go into the bus stop. He's 0.2 ahead of Gamer Dan, who's 0.2 ahead of Jack Kobe. We don't want any penalties through here. Or Matt Mikey getting a little bit twitchy through there. Gamer Dan's have to go slightly wide to get around the outside. Jack Kobe almost getting into the back of him there. Jack Kobe drops down behind Matt Mikey. He now goes high. Jack not quite managing to find his way through, dropping back down for a little bit more of a slipstream. We are 3 wide. He jumps back down again, and we've got number 1 Pops just behind. 3 wide coming across the line. There's nothing between them. 0.003 as they went across the line there. Oh my gosh, eyes closed to see who's going to get through here first. Mad Mikey dives for the front. Gamer Dan settles in 2nd. Jack Kobe settles into 3rd. But there was nothing. They were thousandths of a second between them, the 3 of them, as they came across the line there. It does not get any closer than that. Gamer Dan making a move for the front. Gets it done up the inside. Man Mikey drops down into 2nd place. Jack Kobe 3rd, and number 1 Pops has joined this party. Number 1 Pops in the NASCAR livery, and he's out there wanting to really, really make this one work. Hard on the brakes. Oh, Gamer Dan, looks like he got a little bit deep into that one. Or Matt Mikey, very, very late on the brakes, one or the other. Couldn't really tell from the camera angle. Could have been a camera angle, that one. But very, very, very tight together. Gamer Dan just trying to keep it out front as we go on to the bank curve for the 2nd time. Working our way round towards the bus stop. It is Gamer Dan out front. Jack Kobe finds himself in 2nd and Mad Mikey in 3rd. Mad Mikey will have the slipstream, as will Gamer Dan. Number 1 Pops just dropping back a little bit at the moment. He's 1.3 behind. 2 seconds ahead of Ninja. Ninja is... No, Ninja just dropped behind Danny. Danny got past under the slipstream there. So, can Danny hold that through the bus stop? He can. Can Ninja close up? Just behind, we've got Dong and Wheels. Wheels looking for a move on Dong as well. Can't quite do that. Then we've got Bumblebee in 9th. Grenster way back in 10th. Scott Cheggers in 11th and Stiggy in 12th at the moment. But up front, it is Jack Kobe who has hit the front with Gamer Dan right with him. Absolutely nothing as we go across the line. And Matt Mikey still with them as well. Coming into the 1st corner. Matt Mikey looking for a way up the inside of Gamer Dan. Can't quite pull that off. I think Gamer Dan was having a look up the inside of Jack Kobe. Jack Kobe pushing Gamer Dan through there. Gamer Dan going for the wider line. Jack Kobe going a little bit deep. Gamer Dan getting a lovely drive up the inside there. Can he get the power down? I think Jack Kobe might have got a better run off the corner. I think he did. He's just going to manage to survive that one. Really close racing between these 3 up front. Gamer Dan now just looking for another way up the inside. He's not going to be able to get there. Jack Kobe gets a slightly wider line on the power nicely. Matt Mikey in there too. As they come down into the left-hander, into the banked curve for the 3rd time. And then they'll head back down to the bus stop. It is Jack Kobe from Gamer Dan and Mad Mikey. Just half a second between these 3 cars. Then it is 1.5 back to number 1 Pops. 3 seconds back to Danny. 1 back to Ninja, who has got Wheels right on his back bumper. But Ninja Racer's got a 1 second penalty. Wheels racing right on his back bumper. Is he going to work with Ninja and push him through here, or is he going to make a move into the bus stop? I think he's going to tuck in behind. He's going to look to follow through. Ninja needs to keep it clean through here. Wheels with a lovely exit. Can he get around the outside? Dong's trying to follow through as well. Those two guys going around the outside. Ninja's got a 1 second penalty now, so he's picked another one up through the bus stop. Wheels and Dong trying to go around the outside. They can see that Ninja's got the penalty, but they're trying to pick up the slipstream. Cars moving around all over the place. Ninja goes high to serve the penalty. Nice and respectful there. Wheels goes through and Dong right on his back bumper. Nothing between these two guys as they go into the first corner. They're going to be hard on the brakes. Wheels is going to sweep across. I think Dong is going to have to settle in behind, avoiding the wall. And it's all good out front. Jack Kobe, 1.2 ahead of Mad Mikey, who's 3 ahead of Gamer Dan. Gamer Dan just falling into the clutches of number 1 Pops there, and Gamer Dan's car sliding really badly on that corner. That's going to hurt him. Number 1 Pops would have seen that and thinking, great, I can close up a little bit more. Number 1 Pops does close up to half a second. Closing up massively under braking. Gamer Dan wanting to get on the power quicker than number 1. The gap maintained. Danny C, 0.7 behind number 1 Pops. Round onto the banked curves. We've got this dreaded chicane at the bus stop, the double chicane. It's a left, right, right, left. No, it's a left, right, left. No, left, right, right, left. I did get it right. Too many rights, too many lefts, and too many rights. Ah, Jack Kobe. Anyway, just going through. Using all of the curb and a little bit more there. Mad Mikey following through. No worries for those guys. They're through there cleanly. Gamer Dan gets through there cleanly. Number 1 Pops with Danny C. Everything's clean at the moment. Wheels Racing. Dong through. Bumblebee. Ninja Racers through. Grenster is back down in 10th. Having a mare of a race. Stiggy in 11th and Scott Cheggers 12th. They all got through the bus stop with no worries. But it's Jack Kobe who's 2.7 in front of Mad Mikey at the moment. Mad Mikey has got Gamer Dan chasing, but Mad Mikey's setting blue times at the moment. Gamer Dan has got number 1 Pops and Danny C all over him. Oh, number 1 Pops going really deep into that corner. I think number 1 Pops is going to concede a place to Danny C. He does. So number 1 Pops just getting caught out on that first corner. Jack Kobe, Mad Mikey, you can see the gaps on the from the helicam here. Gamer Dan half a second ahead of Danny C. And then just behind the real battle at the moment is Wheels and number 1. Lots of little battles going on throughout the field, but number 1 Pops has been going really well. Wheel goes a little bit wide. Or number 1 got Pops, gets up the inside, a little bit of a bang of the doors as they go through there, but I think that was okay. Number 1 Pops just, Wheels just leaving the door open. Number 1 Pops put the car in there when a tad deep, and Wheels just losing out slightly there. He's got a lovely run now with the slipstream. Is he going to follow through? Is he going to go high to come down to the bus stop? Very, very hard to follow a car through this closely. He's very, very, very close. Where is number 1 going to brake? Where is Wheels going to brake? Following each other through. Looks like Wheels could have got through there a little bit quicker, but number 1 Pops still maintains that position. He's in 5th and 6th. Dong just off the back at the moment. Wheels are number 1, still locked together in battle. Jack Kobe way out front at the moment with Mad Mikey, then Gamer Dan from Danny C. And then we've got this little battle that's going on. Dong trying to close these two down at the moment. Wheels Racing working with number 1 Pops. A little bit of bump drafting to see if they can just gap to Dong behind. Dong is now 1.7. Got a Gamer Dan all over the curbs and the grass there. Wheels Racing as well. This is the battle. 0.3 separates these guys at the moment. Slightly different lines as number 1 Pops tries to get the power down faster. Still can't get away from Wheels Racing. Wheels Racing is glued to his back bumper at the moment. He's got his front fender right underneath number 1 Pops' wing. Different line again. Wheels trying the inside line this time. Number 1 trying to just sweep it around the outside. Number 1 will get the inside line. There is a penalty for one of the cars just up ahead. Number 1 Pops and Wheels will have seen that. I think it is Dan with a half-second penalty. He is just 0.2 behind Danny C. He's going to have to cling onto the back of Danny C's car now to limit the effect of the penalty that Dan has got. Otherwise, he's going to fall into the clutches of number one Pops. Number one Pops is 2.3 behind, so Dan should be okay. Dan working with Danny now, saying, come on, let's get this done. I want to gap the guys behind, because when I serve this penalty, I want to remain in fourth and then get on the back. This is the last lap. I think Dan will serve the penalty. If not, it will go to a 1 second. I think Dan's going to be okay. He is going to have to slow down. But it's Jack Kobe, who's 5.3 seconds out front. He's going to come across the line to take the win. Matt Mikey, 3 seconds ahead in second place. He's ahead, 3 seconds ahead of Danny C. Danny C does claim it just ahead of Gamer Dan. And then number one Pops and Wheels comes across the line together. Dong in 7th. Bumblebee is going to come across the line in 8th. Ninja in 9th. Then we're going to get Grenster in 10th. Stiggy, the Stars and Stripes in 11th, with Scott Cheggers quite tight behind, just 1 second behind with these guys. Really, really, really close battling through the field there, but some great racing there. Some side-by-side stuff. And just all in all, good, wholesome racing. Told you it was going to be a good one. Danny C saying, great race, Dan. Aussie Tech Racing, good morning, sir. How are you, my friend? I hope that you are well. Ninja saying he's not used this car. Oh, not used to this car. And Trigger, not sure what happened in the last race. Jack crossed the line first by about 6 inches, but it gave him second. Netcode, probably. Netcode. Jack Kobe saying, yeah, I noticed that Trigger, I was ahead on the line. It's netcode. It's whoever gets to the main server first. And that's the way it goes sometime. But Jack Kobe making sure that he got the win this time, a 1:45.982 and the fastest lap. Matt Mikey in second, a 1:47.170. And Danny C in third with a 1:46.848. Gamer Dan in fourth. Number one Pops in fifth with a fine battle with Wheels Racing in sixth. Just 0.15 of a second between those two. Dong in seventh. Bumblebee Croix in eighth. Ninja ninth. Grenster way down in 10th. Really surprised, because I thought this was his track. Thought he was going to walk that. So that's a big surprise to me. Stiggy in 11th and Scott Cheggers in 12th. Jack Kobe, Mab, Mikey and Danny C. Your 1, 2, 3 for that one. Right. Where are we off to now? We're off to Saint Croix. And I am not going to run a quali on this one. So we are going to start the race at past this one. Renson says it's my track, but incidents happen, and DNF is not an option. Absolutely. Good night, Danny. Thank you for popping in and racing with us. Ray Purchase just coming on is open. It's open. You should be able to get in, my friend. It's all ready to rock and roll. What are we gonna do? Got to do this, haven't we? So who we got in this one? We got Jack Kobe's going in the 911 GT3. So whereas we've had the Mazda, the Aston Martin and the Chevrolet Corvette, now we're into any GR3 for this one. So the guys can choose whichever car they want. So we're back to straightforward GR3s, not light for light vehicles. So Jack Kobe's gone for the 911 GT3, the 992 model. Gamer Dan in the Beetle that he loves. Scott Cheggers in the GR Supra. Wills has gone in the 992. Mab Mikey's in the 991. Grenster's gone for the PRZ, the GT300. That's brave. I've gone for the M6. Ninja is in the GR Supra. Dong is in the Huracan GT3. And number one Pops is in the 992. Bumblebee's in the Mercedes AMG things are moving around at the moment. So if I miss anybody, I apologise. Number 1 is in the 992. Stiggy in the 992. So there's quite a few 992s in this. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Felt it was more than that. 4 992s. Maybe they're bouncing around a little bit. Will's in that beautiful Golf livery. Gr.x is in the P1R livery. Dan is in his purple and silver white livery. Jack Kobe in the Drat Fury built livery, the black, pink and white that Jack is becoming synonymous with. Scott Cheggers in a black one. Mad Mikey in a black and white and orange. I'm in my PSR one. And Dong is in a pink one. Well. Right, let's have a little look. We've got 3 minutes. Let's just do a little bit of spectating. So, as you see, Gamer down with the eyes at the front and the little eyes. Got huge eyes at the front and little eyes at the back. Just peering up over the top of the bumper. Mad Mikey. Mad Mikey's been going really well today. Mad Mikey disappeared for a while, but he's back and he's racing so well. Jack Kobe, our alien, always goes well. Let's see what he can do with this one. A lot of this track, San Croix B, is becoming one of the popular ones. Sooner or later, people will say, "Oh, we're doing this track again." They'll get fed up with it, and we'll move on to something else. But this one seems to be a very popular one, and the Randomised are throwing it out more often than not at the moment. It does seem to be picking it up very often. But Scott Cheggers in the Supra, Wheels in that Porsche. Again, beautiful livery. I've got a model of the Porsche 991. I think it is a 991 in the Golf livery, but I've got the one with the orange wheels. I do like this with the orange wheels. And waited a long time to secure that model, and one came up and I grabbed that. Hasn't been up for very long. We got the McLaren P1 out this evening. Grenster is in that Subaru. Going to be very interesting in the Subaru. Right, let's have a little look and see where we are at. So we got Jack Kobe, Gamer Dan, Grenster, Scott Cheggers, Wheels Racing, Mad Mikey, me, Ninja, Dong, Bumblebee, Outlaw and Stiggy. I'm going to go a little bit quiet on this one because my tooth is starting to hurt. Ray's saying, hope you're good. You weren't on in the past few days. I haven't been on at all last week because I've had some health issues. I've got a tooth that I cracked wide open and the filling fell out, and then I got a really bad infection underneath it. I'm on antibiotics at the moment for that, and in a lot of pain last week, which meant I couldn't race. It was just impossible, and I couldn't talk as well. So back this week, the drugs are starting to kick in, the antibiotics, which is good. And yeah, I'm just going to shut up for a little while now, just whilst I give my jaw a rest. Ninja's in his championship winning car. Ooh, which I didn't see that. Which car was that? We'll have to have a look. Ninja is in the Super Racing Concept in a look like a red, white and blackish coloured car. Looks like a good livery, that one. Oh, I didn't see that earlier. Oh, I got a false start. Those lights really were held a long time. Just not quite able to anticipate them well enough. Caught between three cars again. Seems to be the story of my life tonight. Just seem to be constantly in the wrong place at the wrong time. I've gone too wide. Oh, way too wide. Either that or that was dirty air off Bumblebee. One or the other. God, I did not want to turn. A massive slide. Huge slide through there. And I'm even checking the tyres because it's just sliding everywhere. No grip. And again. Got Jack Hogan behind me now. No pressure. Comes the Coaster. Push him out on the outside. It makes it look like child's play, doesn't he? So annoying. You go left, I'll go right. You go right, I'll go left. Wow, Gamer down out front, Wills in second, Jacoby third. I've got Scott Cheggers right on my back bumper. He's still got slip. Can't break it for the moment. He's still running away from me. He's still in third though, still hasn't reached the leaders. That 5 of 6. A big old battle going on behind me. Scott Cheggers, Bumblebee and Ninja. I can just see the pace is changing left, right and centre, but can't look too much because I've got my own problems up here trying to keep up with the guys in front. Jacoby's 6.5. Well, trying to keep up is the wrong word because they're just going away. Just trying to push on as fast as I can. Keep the gap behind. See if I can get fourth. It's Gamer down, Jacoby and Wills, and Jack is now second. Wills is 6.7 down the line, down the road. So a long old way. Oh, huge slide into that one. Didn't get that rotated at all. Oh, looks like Mad Mikey's had another problem. Race. Saying he thinks he'll start at the back on the next one. The 3 guys out front. Right, last lap. Can we bring this home in 4th? Whoa, not if we do that. Scott is quick behind me. Behind, Wheels is 8 in front now. 3 guys out front in a class of their own around here. I like the podium, but given the calibre of the people in front of me, I'll take a fourth every day of the week. Our country mile ahead, look at that, nearly 10 seconds ahead. Oh my golly gosh, Jack Kobe, game it down, and wheels absolutely monstered that one. Wow, holy smoly, I was pushing that as hard as I could. Really pleased to get fourth, but boy oh boy, that was hard. Wow. That was insane. When Jack Kobe came from the back, well, clean race bonus. Jack came from the back. I was pleased with that one. That was a hard race. Can I just let everybody know, I am saving these replays. If you have been infringed and people have not given the place back, or you've been unfairly manhandled and nobody's apologised, please throw out a steward's inquiry. It is the only way that people will learn to be respectful. If they are not respecting you, please use that facility. It is there. It's detailed in the rules. And as always, if you bump somebody and you destroyed their race, or you're involved in an incident where somebody's race gets destroyed, it is courteous just to give the place back and race with that individual. Ooh, wow. Jack Kobe saying, Trigger, that's a good one to have a watch of. It certainly was a banger. The result, Jack Kobe, your winner with a 208.185. Gamer Dan in second with a 209.374. And Wills in third with a 209.431. So Jack Kobe, the only one in the 208s and the fastest lap by some margin, a second ahead of everybody else. I managed to get fourth. Ninja in fifth, Scott Cheggers sixth, Dong in seventh, Bumblebee Croix in eighth, number one Pops in ninth, Grenster in 10th. Grenster's off it tonight. P1R guy. Wow. Stiggy in 11th, and Mad Mikey with a DNF. But the P1R guys, P1R are normally really quick races. I'm surprised. He's having a bit of a mare tonight, is Grenster. But Jack Kobe out front with a 208.185 and the fastest lap. Gamer Dam 0.6 behind, and then Wills in third. Okay, last one for the evening. We're going to be heading off to the Nords for one last one. And my jaw is starting to hurt. My back is good, but my jaw is really starting to hurt. So I want to try and do this one because I'm trying to get better at the Nords. But this will be the last one this evening. And we will be going racing very quickly. We're going to be starting this one at 10:02. 10:02, this one. And can I just thank everybody that has watched and that has raced this evening. Really appreciated it. And for everybody that has liked the video as well, the stream, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that despite me being away for a week, you've all come back and raced again this evening. And Gren's is saying not every day is a success day. Oh mate, you seem to be off it tonight. This one you'll be good at. Come on. You're good around the Nords. I'm sure this will be your race. My prediction is we are going to get Grenster, Dan, Wills is going to be up there. Number one Pops could well be up there. Scott's pretty good around here too. And Jack Kobe. Yeah, could be an interesting one. Could be interesting. Grandster. Oh, come on. 39 Celsius fever is nothing but... Oh, you're running a fever. Oh, that's hot. I've missed that, Grandster. If you're not well, my friend, I hope you get well soon. I really hope that you get well soon. Wow. Right. Let me... Bear with me just a moment. I'm just going to grab an ibuprofen. Bear with me a moment. Oh. I should be so glad when I have this tooth out. I've got to wait until the 20th of March before I can have the tooth ripped out. In the meantime, we've got to get the we need to get the infection gone. So it's all good. Jack Kobe, Gamer Dan, Grenster, Scott Cheggers, Wheels Racing, me, Ninja, Dong, Bumblebee, Number One Pop, Stiggy, Ray Purchase is just joining us, and let's see how we go. Right, let me go. Let me get into this one. Just waiting for Ray to join, and then we'll go. So Ray's in the Mercedes. Right, let's get this one underway. Right, it's going to be a big old bunch up into the first corner. Hopefully, we'll all get through safely, and there won't be all of the bumps and scrapes and everything else that's been going on. Let's see how things pan out in this one. Good luck, everybody. Go on, Wheels. Let's go catch them. Tyres need to warm up a bit. Got where I was there for a moment. They all like they're just at the top of the hill. Plenty of time. Bent it again. Oh man, what is up with me today? I don't want to give up on this one because wheels did wait for me. We'll keep running, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. We'll get round. Having trouble here. Come on, get round. Woo! This car does not want to drive in a straight line. This is almost impossible. Crumbs. Struggling. I will not quit. I'm a million miles behind the others. I will not quit. God, why are we getting so many people rage quitting? I think we lost Ray and Ninja. Thanks, right again. Oh. Ooh. What? Number one, what are you doing? He's gone around again. Stay off the white lines. You obviously never rode a motorbike. Stay off the white lines in the wet bit. Hello, Dowie. How you doing, Greg? Ugh. That was not the right time to look down at the chat. I'm on the wet bit. Whoa. Francis says, that was exciting, that too. Pitting for Inters would have been 100% faster, but that was fun. I was going to pit, but was copying whatever you boys did. Crazy. Looked like a really good race up front. Oh, my word. What a race to finish up. What a race to finish up on. Woo! If you enjoyed that one, guys, give me a double thumbs up in the chat. I think it was interesting that I got caught big time on the wet. Oh, that was incredibly difficult. Dong saying second lap was really hard. Oh. That one isn't in the randomizer. That Nords is not in the randomizer. That was just one that I threw in there just for the heck of it. If you'd like to see that in the randomizer, give me a double thumbs up. Give me a double thumbs up if you want it in the randomizer. If not, don't. We shall see. Right, it is coming up for 11:15. I am done for the evening, I am afraid. We'll be back with more of the same tomorrow. And again, I'll be doing some racing, some commentary, just taking it a little bit easy for the moment. But we'll just see how that one finished up. So Grenster was your winner. The Lord of the Ring, a 9:36.613. Gamer Dan just 2.6 seconds behind with a 9:32.857. And Wheels Racing in third with a 9:22.698 and the fastest lap. And look at that, just 0.015 behind Gamer Dan, if I've got that correct. Jack Kobe just off the back in fourth. Dong in fifth. Bumblebee in sixth. 5 seconds covering the top six. That's incredible. Stiggy seventh. Number one Pops in eighth. I got ninth. And then we lost Scott Cheggers, Ray Purchase and Ninja. 3 DNFs in that one. I'm not seeing any reasons why people DNF'd on that. Let me know in the chat why you DNF, guys. Otherwise, it all gets a little bit nasty. Grenster, Gamer Dan and Wheels Racing, you're 1, 2, 3. Congratulations for those for those finishers. Right, I am done for tonight. Be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We'll do a few more of the same. And Grenster says, definitely welcome to the randomizer. If it goes in, thumb up for softs only. Says Jack Kobe. Number one Pop says without rain. Dong says good night, my friend. William with a double thumbs up. Gamer Dan with a double thumbs up. So yeah, looking like an interesting one, that one. Good bunch of races tonight. The randomizer's thrown up. Let's see what it will throw us up tomorrow night. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. But for now, I am going to bid you a good morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, whatever you're doing. Have yourselves a great one. I'll see you back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow, all being well. Look after yourselves. Bye for now.